What's up, y'all? Erroneous here, back with another Raid Shadow Legends video. I'm going to be going over some news I'm a little late on, as well as the Raid Shadow Legends Chaos Awakes lore coming into the game, and more information on the new event dungeon boss. I'm going to be watching a video on that as well, so let's dive into it. So, alright, so as you already know, today is June 3rd, 2025, and we do have progressive chance events going on right now. The following champions are up for grabs: Freya, as well as this chick right here, Kyoku, as well as this guy, Knave of Hearts, who was in the Alice in Wonderland event that they had in the past, as well as Strategos Island and Wixwell. Wixwell is probably the best next to Freya. Wixwell will be able to unlock Clan Boss for most early mid-game players, even late-game players if you're still not one-keying Ultra Nightmare for some reason. And then for Voids, we've got this champion here, Grazor Irongut, alongside this guy here, Khan, I believe his name is. So we got Khan, Branchbreaker, and Tuhanarok. All three are good champions, not insane meta. I think Grazor is one of the better ones out of the three because of how much damage he does in Hydra. So very, very strong champion. And then some might argue that Tuhanarok could be better in some cases. Maybe for Chimera, she's really, really strong compared to Irongut, but I think I would go for Irongut, in my opinion, over her for Hydra if you want damage. And then for the Primals, it's going to be the same as the Ancients, same exact champions in the lineup, and same for the Sacred Shards as well. I do highly recommend against pulling your shards today, unless you're trying to pull for your CVC for your clan specifically. Now, I did pull my shards on my pay-to-win account here that I'm on right now, and I did get a Freya. And then I was trying to go for the Wixwell as well. I didn't get him. I can already one key on Ultra Nightmare, so that's no problem. But I did want to get him just to make some interesting team comps. Right now, we're getting stomped out by this clan. 3.6 million against 2.6 million for my clan. If you're interested in joining the clan, we'd love to have you. We are looking for some big CVC hitters. All right. Again, I say big CVC hitters, meaning you need to hit between 300 and 600K. So I've got 3 spots open currently. Now, on my pay to win, I hit typically 300K every single time. It's not very difficult on a pay to win account. On my free to play account, I hit between 250 and 450, depending on how much resources I've stockpiled. So most players can get there if you're end game. If you're early game, you could probably hit around 100K, 150K, almost no problem. But anywho's, we're going to go on to the next portion of this. Is Wednesday, June 4th. They're launching another progressive chance event. And for this progressive chance, they're going to have Elva Autumnborn featured, who she's featured like every single solitary freaking progressive. She's in it. Elva Autumnborn. Then you got Duchess Lilitu, still a very strong champion. She's still insane in Chimera, in Hydra, all PvE areas of the game, especially Faction Wars hard mode. If you want to pull for her, maybe you'll do that during CVC, but it's up to you, because you also have to keep in mind we have the new fusion coming up as well, and you might want to consider holding off on pulling your shards for the fusion. Then you got Glycade of the Meltwater, kind of similar in terms of support compared to Duchess. A lot of people kind of correlate him to Duchess and say, oh, they're very similar, but Glycade can actually freeze champions as well. He's kind of annoying with his freeze, and he does have a really good revive as well. And then Kaja the Rye. Kaja is strong, but not insane. I guess if you can make her the fastest, like Biohack TV, he's a good YouTuber with, he does a lot of content on Arena, Live Arena. He has Kaja the Rye at like 400 and something speed. It's insane, like 470 speed. And he uses her in high-end Arena, Live Arena, top 50 player in the game. And then Pythion, still a very strong option for most players. I utilize my Pythion in my Chimera Nightmare mode, and I get over 100 million damage there. Sulfurion is going to be god tier for Live Arena, any area in Arena. He's super meta, so if you want to get a Sulfurion, now's the time to try to get him. Lady Noelle was a fusion in the past. She pairs alongside Sir Nicholas. She is a strong champion as a Void legendary on a 3-turn full revive with a full team freeze. Very, very strong and underrated Void legendary champion. If you want her, go for her, but I don't recommend pulling for her. I recommend pulling for Sulfurion on this one. And then Raka Viletide, also a strong champion. I believe she is an orc. Let me just take a look at her. I haven't seen her played very often in live arena, high-end live arena, but she is very strong. She has a nice revive all dead allies, 50% HP, 50% turn meter, and places block debuffs on them for 2 turns. Will place block debuffs even if there are no dead allies. So this is the part that stinks about her kit, actually. This is why people don't use her. Because if she's on full auto, she's going to use this ability like first, and then it's just wasted and you can't revive everybody. So this one here is good though. Removes all debuffs from all allies, places increased attack, shield, equal to 25% of this champ's max HP on them on a 3 turn is very strong. This one's on a 4 turn for the revive, which is not bad. And then at the start of each turn, fills the turn meter of all allies by 10% on an active. Very, very strong, but it's at the start of her turn. And then at the start of each turn, places 15% continuous heal buff on the ally with the lowest HP for 2 turns, will not place the continuous heal on this champion, and then speed in all battles. So she's still very strong and viable in arena and live arena, but she's not the strongest support because of that one issue there. If they just took that out of this ability where she places the block debuffs anyways, then she would be a lot stronger, because in full auto, she'd be able to just revive. But then again, leave your thoughts in the comments down below. Do you think that's better to have this like this, or change it to what I just suggested? Now, let's go over and take a look at the video on Chaos Awakes. Here we go.
To the best of my knowledge, the first demon spawn entered Teleria through several portals along the eastern coast of Yakai. Within a week, the demon filth had overrun 2 castles, razed a dozen villages, and now lay siege to the town of Rusagai.
Should Rusagai fall, the foe will have free reign in this entire province. More troubling still is the very existence of these portals.
Aye, and their reach is not confined to Yakai alone. Other hosts have pillaged their way along the Mistwood borderlands and dwarven garrisons.
Okay, so this is going to be the new champion that you get for a login reward. So this champion right here is actually Laminicy, the Goldwing, and there's some more info coming out on her. I have a video coming out for this, so make sure you watch the video on her kit and everything that she does.
Beneath the mountains. Worse still, agents of the demon spawn, mortal or otherwise, have paved the way with murder and sabotage. Even corrupted Sylvan and Lady Mikage's minions stir once more.
But these attacks seem erratic, almost random. What is their true purpose?
You believe there's more at play, my lady? Is slaughter and destruction not enough for them?
This incursion is different from anything Seroth has attempted before. It's too haphazard, ill thought out. Aravia and Kairok are in chaos and would have made an easier target, yet these demon spawn assaults are localized here.
Be that as it may, people are suffering as we speak. The scum of Anathrad run rampant. If the Nyresan Union falls under the yoke of Cyroth, all Teleria will be imperiled.
That we shall not allow. And the Nyresans are far from defeated.
Yes, thank Lumaya. Even now, Sovereign Shang leads an army to drive back the foe from Rusagai. I will join his ranks in the coming battle. Nyresan warriors hound the invaders every step. But I had hoped the Western Kingdoms would be able to help us with this threat.
No aid shall be coming from them. But some of my Vault Keepers will provide shards, hopefully enough to bolster the Nyresan ranks.
Your help shall not be forgotten, my lady.
Zhang and his warriors will need all the help we can give. Rally any Sylvan and Dwarven warbands you come across. There is one more ally we can call upon. Tholin Fowlbeard. He is an unlikely foe of the demon spawn, but a foe nonetheless. His prowess in hunting them is undeniable, though his behavior is rather unconventional.
Very well. I shall find this dwarf and put his knowledge to good use. We shan't fail you, Arbiter.
May Lumaya's light guide your blade. For if you falter now, we shall face a war the world is not prepared for.
Okay. Now that was pretty sick, not gonna lie. I think that with Fallen Fowlbeard, there's still no visuals on this guy. We still don't know what the heck he looks like. I just don't really get it. But I do also want to take a quick look at the sneak peek video they have as well. They do have a video on a bunch of additional information here.
Hey everyone,
So,
today's
that was the
video
lore.
is a call to arms.
Now this is going to be the actual additional Chaos Awake sneak peek info. That lore that I just went over was talking about how Fallen Fowlbeard is going to be going up against the demon spawn, and that they found this guy, but he does things unconventionally. So I'm wondering if he's like sort of a vigilante of some sorts, or sort of like someone who was helping the demon spawn at some point, but then decided to turn against him. I don't know, but it kind of seems a little interesting to say the least. So interested to see what Fallen Fowlbeard actually looks like, his entire visuals, because it's shrouded in secrecy. So yeah, very interested to see what the heck he actually looks like. So let's take a look at this really quickly.
A terrible calamity has befallen the lands belonging to those in Nyresan Union. Hordes of demon spawn have poured through and now threaten to overtake Teleria. We're excited to give you a sneak peek at Raid's newest global event, Chaos Awakes, which kicks off on June 5th. So what's in store? There's new champions, powerful relics, the return of the event dungeon, a new type of coalition event, and a host of other smaller events and tournaments with awesome rewards to get excited about. Let's dive in. Chaos Awakes will function a little differently to previous global events with 2 phases. Phase 1 will start on June 5th and run until July 3rd, which is where Phase 2 begins. Oh, and the Bastion will appear a bit more sinister than you may be used to. Oh, and turn up the volume to experience the brand new soundtrack we've composed specifically for Chaos Awakes. The mastermind behind this invasion is the devilish Kurosa the Covetous. This mythical monstrosity has seized control of the event dungeon and will be the first mythical champion you'll face there. Don't miss this chance to grab some exclusive pinpoint gear before the event dungeon slams shut again on August 6th. Also, keep an eye out for special summoning events to have a shot at recruiting this conniving demon spawn.
Special summoning events to potentially summon Kurosa the Covetous. So I wonder if they're going to do like a Deck of Fate type of event. Are they going to do a 10x event? Are they going, like, that would be the first 10x event for mythical champions if they decide to do that, which is a big surprise to me. I didn't think they would ever even do that, to be honest, but I guess it's about time, right? It's about time to do mythical 10x's. They've got quite a few mythicals in the game, and they're at the point where they can do that, and so people can try to pick and choose between what champions they want to go for. I feel like most people will try to actually go for, if they, for example, put into the pool of the 10x a Galathier or other, people are most likely going to want to go for that Galathier, or they're going to want to go for another crazy champion potentially over her, unless they just don't have her and really truly want her. But that's just my personal opinion.
The other major feature coming to Raid in Phase 1 of Chaos Awakes is the Coalition event. Here's how it works. You'll need to work alongside your fellow players to complete quests and rack up points between June 5th and July 2nd.
Some of these rewards are not the best. Like, these little rewards for the Forge are not the best, because you get those all the time in Curse City, so I'm not a huge fan of these rewards. And then these 2-star rewards.
There are 2 types of quests, repeat and limited. Repeat quests can be completed multiple times before refreshing. While limited quests can only be completed once, but will remain active throughout the entirety of the Coalition event. Naturally, they'll require...
Luckily, it says at the bottom here that no Coalition event rewards may be subject to change, hopefully for the better, because right now the rewards don't look that great. And again, playing a video game a lot of times depends on incentive. Yes, people love to play the game, but you need to entice them to continue to compete in certain events and tournaments that you're putting out there, because a lot of times people won't even participate in certain events or tournaments if it doesn't benefit their account progression in any way at all. So you need to make sure you're incentivizing these a lot bigger than you are, especially if it's such a massive event that you're marketing out to the player base. You gotta incentivize it.
A bit more time to complete them, and are categorized into 3 difficulty levels, with each one offering progressively more points. What are the points for, I hear you ask? Well, Coalition points
Again, like one ancient shard at 275 million for all player base. Why didn't you just make this a primal shard? One epic book? Yikes. Why didn't you make this the Lego book? A 6-star chaos, or now you're getting somewhere, somewhat. And then a barrel. Meh. It's kind of meh. It's an XP barrel. Personally, they should have given a one of those chicken things for food that ranks them up to the highest rank. I think that's better than the barrel, personally. And then a legendary skill tome. They should have put a mythical skill tome here. Hopefully there's more than that.
Can be used to unlock personal rewards and work towards special Coalition rewards for all players.
Wow, that's all that they have. If this is all that they have for the entire player base doing this, then this is kind of not the best. It's okay. Obviously, getting the Lego skill tome is great. The rest of the rewards are kind of subpar, because most of the time you re-roll a piece of gear and it gives you the exact same stats or worse stats most of the time.
Some of the Coalition rewards earned across an entire server boost the points multiplier as well, benefiting every player's personal points. You'll be able to claim them before Phase 2 begins on July 3rd. For the competitive among you, there's also a dedicated leaderboard for this event, so you can see who's contributed the most Coalition points. Do your best. The top 10 contributors can expect extra rewards for their outstanding efforts. Teaming up is one thing, but putting an end to the chaos also requires powerful allies. You can add one such legendary champion to your collection via a fusion event running from June 5th to June 19th. This mysterious warrior doesn't wear shining armor, but he's an expert in battling the spawn of Cyroth and has a thirst for blood. With a knack for taking out bosses, minions, and enemies from the Corrupted Alliance, this fearsome fighter is a champion you'll want on your side. Curious? Keep your eyes peeled. We'll reveal more about him very soon. That's not all either.
I mean, clearly he's on the side of the dwarves, so he's going to be a dwarf champion. I just wonder, like, there's so much secrecy behind what he looks like. And I'm wondering if that has a huge impact on the game itself, or like the lore of the game. I would assume it's more impactful in the lore of the game. But yeah, I'm really curious to see what he looks like.
When Phase 2 starts on July 3rd, we'll launch a new chase event with it. You'll be able to log in for 7 days to get your hands on Lemonisi the Goldwing, another legendary champion to aid your fight against Kurosa's forces. With impressive damage output, the ability to manipulate shields, and a chance to remove any buffs, Lemonisi is a fantastic all-around champion. Phase 2 also brings some updates to the objectives during the second phase of the Lemonisi Chase event. You'll now earn points simply by logging in, spending energy, and winning in arena battles. Your daily cap will still be 75 points though, so nothing to worry about there. You didn't think we'd have a sneak peek video without looking at some more new champions.
This is the champion I want the most, the HP nuker, Grachos Turndrake. This guy looks insane, but I just know he's going to be a big nuker for HP. I can feel it. I can feel it, man, because he has a double hitter AoE. And most HP-based damage dealers don't have that. Other than Narcissus, Samson, but it's based on if he kills an enemy, and then, I don't know, leave your thoughts in the comments down below. What's another champion that you know does a double-hitting AoE that doesn't require a certain setup?
Did you? Check out Grachos Turndrake and Balar the Lost. Sure, they're on the side of the demon spawn, but that doesn't mean they won't make great additions to your collection. If you manage to get your hands on 4 of the legendary champions featured in this event by August 5th, you'll earn yourself an in-game gift.
See, this is what I was thinking. This guy right here, Balar, it noted that he's a part of the Nyreesan or part of the Sylvan Watchers, but it doesn't necessarily mean that he's loyal to them because they're part of the demon spawn faction almost, or loyal to the demon spawn faction. So that's what I'm thinking. The same thing goes for Thalin Fowlbeard. I feel like he's somewhat loyal or subservient to the demon spawns, but he's on the side of the dwarfs on the good side. So who knows? That's just my thought process behind it.
Game gift. There's also a unique badge you managed to get all 5 champions, Kurosa included. Finally, we've got 8 new relics coming to help you stand against this chaos. Stay tuned to our social media channels and keep an eye out in-game, as these relics will be available in smaller events and tournaments during Chaos Awakes. And that's everything for this sneak peek. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment letting us know what you think about this upcoming event.
So yeah, it looks pretty sweet. Super excited to see the new fusion Thalin Fowlbeard come out. I'm going to be going for this guy. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Are you going to be going for Thalin Fowlbeard? We haven't really seen much about it, and we haven't seen multipliers or anything yet. So I'm probably still going to go for him regardless, but I'm interested to hear what you guys think. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in a video soon. Take care.